What up, guys? So today I wanted to do a tier list, and I thought, what better tier list to do than a gacha skin tier list? And first things first, keep in mind that all this is my opinion, but in case you disagree, then just remember that I am right and you're wrong. And second, I was thinking the main criteria, so to speak, that I was going to use for this is I was going to do maybe like how good the burst skill is, and then how good the model is in actual game, how it looks in like the home screen, and then like the actual lobby screen that they have, like the special thing that they give for gacha skins. Now I don't really value the last part, like the actual home screen thing, that much, so just keep that in mind. So to start things off, rupee skin. This is, oh, I'm putting this easy A tier. I mean, we'll see. Honestly, you could even make the case for S tier, dude. Whoever human invented the bunny costume, that dude was a real pioneer for real. And I mean, this rupee skin is just so nice. I did miss out. Oh, and also keep in mind, a lot of the first half of these I wasn't playing for, so I'm not really that familiar. So if you want to, keep the first half in with a grain of salt, then I mean, you can. I did start playing around the ReZero collab. So like for these, I definitely saw these. Though it did take me a little bit before I decided I actually wanted to spend money like that on the game. So keep that in mind. But anyways, back to rupee. I mean, this skin is just so nice. I enjoy the burst animation. I enjoy how it actually looks in the game. The only thing I don't enjoy is that I missed it. Oh, I wish it comes back. And they didn't do a bunny event this year like they did every other year, which is very unfortunate. Next year, I hope we can get it so that I can actually buy the gacha skin. Oh, it's so nice. All right, next is Drake skin. Now, I don't think Drake is probably like the same category as these other ones, in the sense that her gacha skin is very like different, so to speak. Like a lot of these, now that I look at it, like a lot of them have a lot of skin showing. But like I really like hers anyways, like even if it's not that kind of architect. I think the car and the like animation of her like zooming back and forth, that looks very cool. So I feel like, I don't know, in case other people like a different type of gacha skin, like a lot of skin showing and stuff, I don't know, I definitely like this a lot. I would put this at B tier for sure. Drake it just looks way too cool, I'm not gonna lie. I will say, in her like shooting pose, I know she has her glasses off, but I kind of wish she kept them on. And it was just like jiggling or something, it's bouncing around. I think that'd be funny. Okay, next is 2B skin. Now, I do really like 2B, I'm not gonna lie. And her skin is not too bad. The animation is kind of pretty short. And also, I didn't know that, but 2B and Rappy share the same Japanese voice actor. I actually didn't know that. When I was hearing 2B in game, I was like, wait a second, is that Rappy? I thought I was going crazy. I actually didn't know that. So that was pretty cool, actually. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't even know if I'll be able to get this one back, to be honest, because we'd need like a wave 2 of the near collab. They'd have to do like a wave 2, which I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know what they could possibly do for like a wave 2 character wise. So I don't know. We'll see if I can ever get this, but I think I probably would put it in like B tier, above Drake, I think. Also, I think for the most part, this rating will probably be like B would be like the average gacha skin, A would be above average, S would be my favorite and I think the best quality-esque ones, C would be like a little below average, D would be like very bad, and then I put this as like a horrible tier. I don't even know if I'll be using this, I kind of just put this just to troll, but but yeah, Dorothy, Now, the Dorothy skin, let's aesthetically wise, I actually really like what they're going with. Like especially since she changes like the forms. If you click on her, it'll turn into that dark form with like dark wings and stuff. I think that looks cool and all, but the burst animation, I really like what they're going with, right? With the whole like cut-ins of like the lore and stuff. Granted, I will say I have never played Overzone, like the event yet, so I still need to catch up, right? So I'm not really sure what they mean, but I do think that's cool. Like I like the idea, so to speak, of the cut-ins, right? The problem, right, for me is of how short burst animations are in actual gameplay. I feel like you can't do that because in hers, it just feels so flashy to the point where, like, it just looks awkward, if that makes sense. Like, honestly, if I look at her burst animation, sometimes it just hurts my eyes because of, like, the flashing colors and stuff. I'm like, dude, I think that's way too much. See, I like where they were going. Like, I like the idea, but I think it just felt a little short. So, yeah, for that, I think I'd have to put her at C tier, unfortunately. Now, Noise. I actually thought Noise was going to be a bit lower, right? Because, so how I did this is I picked these characters, I watched all their bursts, because for the first half, I didn't see their bursts. Like, I didn't, these 5? Yeah, these 5, I've never seen their burst. So, when I first saw Noise's Gacha skin, honestly, I expected her to be down here, but I'm not gonna lie, after that, I saw that burst animation, I was like, okay, I understand. Her poses are pretty average for, like, her skin. I did think they were pretty average, like, in general. But that burst animation, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Noise now, so I will say I think she'll probably end up being, like, high B, almost A. Honestly, I feel like the ones bordering here, you could probably make a case. And then for the S tier, you'll see what I mean. Whoops. All right. Next is Amelia. Now, before I say this, I want to remind you guys I am a big fan of Amelia, okay? I'm one of the biggest Amelia defenders, I think, right? A lot of people are like, oh, she's only good for PvP, but, like, I started playing with Amelia, okay? She's what got me into this game, so I got a lot of mileage out of her. I still think she's very useful for a campaign, especially the way I play her. Okay, for bossing, I can understand that she's very mid, right? Okay, I can deal with that. So, just to preference this, I'm a big fan, but the skin, dude, I don't know what they were thinking with the skin. It's like, I understand what they were going for, right? But, like, I don't know. I prefer her, like, original skin at this point. Dude, what they could have done, now I don't know how their licensing works, right? Because, some of the other costumes in Re:Zero, they might have, like, licensings, because I don't know at the time if they're allowed to have them, because maybe they're, like, manga only, or maybe they're, like, light novel description exclusive, which, I mean, light novel's a book, right? So it's not like there's an image for that. But, dude, I would have preferred, like, the big, like, cape one with the hoodie, or, like, one of the nightgown ones, or, like, dude, even just, like, I don't know, just the simple one, but, like, I don't know, I'm gonna have to put this at D tier, unfortunately. The burst is pretty uninteresting, and I'm not gonna lie, I prefer the mission pass skin over the actual gacha skin, which is very unfortunate. So, unfortunately, my girl has to go in D tier, sorry. Now, Crown, I actually really like Crown, just because she has a lot of stuff going for her, right? I think the lore implications for people that care about that a lot is goated for her, because, you know, her whole thingy in that event, where, I forgot exactly what it was, it's been a while, but I think it was something to do with the Alvana particles, right? And how her body was absorbing them with this, like, costume thingy. I don't remember exactly what it was. Dang it, I should research this beforehand, my bad. But I think that was pretty cool, and I do think the burst is pretty cool. Also, like I said, I don't really remember how the lobby screens work for these, so there's that. Oops, my bad. But yeah, I really do like Crown skin, but if I was gonna place her, I probably would put her, like, under Noise. Dude, I'm telling you, when I saw the Noise skin, I became a believer. Yeah, I think this would be for her, where she would go. Alright, Modernia's one. See, I like the way it looks. I feel like this is kind of like a Dorothy thing. I really like the character model and, like, how the poses look and stuff, but the burst animation really, like, I don't know. I feel like there's something missing. I feel like there's something missing. Maybe it's, like, the angle, maybe it's how similarly it looks to the original one, but I feel like there's something missing, man. But I do like the skin. And I do think I don't remember if it had any lore implications. I remember it was in the same event as Crown. I think it was called Kingdom Come or something. And I think there was like some special about it, which I think is very cool in that aspect. But like, dude, I don't know. The burst animation, there was just something missing. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe it's because, like I said, it does look a little similar to the original one. So I feel like they didn't really change too much about it. But especially since we did get a free skin for her, right? Granted, I wasn't playing when they gave that out, so unfortunately I don't have it. Hopefully they bring that back, man. I want that skin. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the burst is missing something. That's what it's really bugging me, bro. So I think she would probably go here, maybe. Also, at the end of this, I might shift these around. I might like cut and think about it a bit and see if I like their placing. Now Viper. Now, unfortunately for Viper, she's probably my least favorite character on this, like character-wise on this. Maybe or like Mihara, but I don't know. Maybe yeah, I would say she might be my least favorite character, like in total on this, as that has a gacha skin rather. But okay, the event, the summer event with the bikinis. I mean, you can't knock a nice summer event, you know, in these types of games. And I do really like the model. Now, I feel like this is another problem with another Modernia problem, right? I really like the model, the poses, and like the home screen, how she looks in the lobby and stuff. But like, I feel like the burst is little lackluster. It's pretty short, but I mean, I did like the angle on it, but I think the burst was a bit short. But I mean, her clothes are just so nice. So I think for her clothes, if we're comparing it to Modernia, right, since it's kind of like the same issue that I have with her, I do think it's just a little bit tier up. I do think I would say I like hers better than Drake's. I think Drake's barely clothes on to B just because how cool it is, to be honest. Oh, next one. Marciana's, dude, this is the first gacha skin I bought, and when I'm telling you I saw the skin for the first time, like the animations, I was like, okay, these dudes might have roped me in. Okay, these guys might got me hook, line, and sinker. You know what I mean, dude? I'm telling you, the older woman character type for these games, I'm telling you, if they release more units like that, they're gonna get me hook, line, and sinker. That and the tan line girls like Bay. Oh my goodness. Like I said, dude, I should maybe do like a most deserved gacha skin, like for a character tier list, dude. I'm telling you, Bay would probably be S tier or something. That she needs a gacha skin yesterday, bro. I'm telling you. Anyways, dude, Marciana's burst, I like it. How she looks in the thing. I need her to get a treasure so that I can actually use her more, actually, is what I need. So for everything, I mean, she's A tier at least, bro. I really like this. Alright, next is Asuka's. Now, Asuka's has kind of also the same problem as Amelia's, unfortunately. Where, like, unlike Amelia's, actually, they did change the costume, at least, like, decently, but, like, it still kind of looks like her original one. Now, I do think hers is a little better than Amelia's, just because, like, there is a bit more implication to her because it's a little more important. I believe it's one of the movie's costumes, right? Or like one of the clothes she wears in a different movie, not the original series. I'm not gonna lie, after the original Evangelion, I stopped watching because I did not really enjoy it that much, unfortunately. But I don't know, her burst animation is pretty simplistic, where she's just in the elevator, and I like it, right? But I don't know. I feel like it's not that different. I do enjoy what they did with the other skins. Like they're like vastly different thematic wise, and I kind of like the way that those look, other than just her regular gacha skin. But I do think it is better than like Amelia's for sure. So I don't think I can put it in D tier. Maybe low C. I don't know. I might put her in front or behind Dorothy. For now, I'll put her in front. I think Dorothy's cooked, bro. If her burst, I really didn't like her burst animation. If it was a little better, we'd be gaming. But, next is Scarlet's skin. Now this, dude, these like kimono Yakuda skins or whatever, These are so nice. Her burst is very nice. I do really, really like katana and sword wielder anime characters. There's one of my favorite archetypes, and her burst is really nice. Scarlet Black Shadow's like regular, what's it called? Like battle poses and stuff make the skin look so good. I feel like this was a W. I'm so glad they put this skin on Black Shadow rather than like the regular Scarlet. I feel like this does look better on Black Shadow, and it would look better on Black Shadow rather than the regular Scarlet. So I think it would probably go A tier. I don't know if I can put her in front of Marciana though. Marciana's so goated, man. I'm a big fan of Marciana, dude. But yeah, I do think Scarlet's looks very nice in A tier solidly. I would put it above Rupees just because the effects of like all the Sakura and the flower blooming, all those look so nice. Oh, Cindy's. I think, but both of those were the second anniversary, were correct, which is funny because Cindy was the main unit, and Sakura got one. Or yeah, Sakura. I meant Scarlet. Have I been saying Sakura this whole time? God damn it, I hope not. Scarlet got hers, and then the next week after we got Cindy's one. That's pretty funny, but anyways, yeah. So Cindy's skin, this one, I love this one, okay? I'm putting it in S tier easily, right? Before I start yapping about it, but dude, her skin with the glass slippers I thought was perfect, especially, you know, because it's the Cinderella folklore, right? And whatnot. But like the lore implications are so nice too. I love both the skins. I feel like for her, I love. Okay, the implications of like her overcoming the corruption and going back to having blue eyes. I love that. But also like I said in a while ago, right, when her other skin came out, I do enjoy her having red eyes but still being able to move forward, even with like the implications that every time she looks in the mirror, she can see like the red eyes for herself. But like in this case, with her turning back to the blue eyes, I do really like it. Also, I don't know if I can find this because I don't even remember where I saw it, but I think someone like went into the game files and were able to see like her character model, and I'm pretty sure they saw Cindy's like right eye where she was like really fucked up from like a fight. So like she has this like her parted hair like that, so it covers it, which I feel is pretty like deep. It's pretty deep, even though it sounds kind of bad. But yeah, her burst animation is really nice. I love how she looks like in the lobby. I just have that shit in there sometimes, just looking at it. And I mean, out of a lot of these units, I do think it is kind of important to get gacha units on like units that you can get a lot of mileage of. And unfortunately, if we were doing that tier list, I feel like Crown and her and like just the Pilgrims would be top. Unfortunately, Marciana would be like D tier because she's very bad to use. Granted, I mean, Noise is also pretty aged out and bad. Drake got her thingy. I think Viper would probably be the worst though. But good thing it's not on usable tier list. This isn't a usability tier list, that is. But yeah, Cindy's is easy S tier. I fucking love that skin. Alright, next is Naga's gacha skin. Now, Naga's gacha skin I love a lot too. See, I adore the vibes that come out of her. It's like the firework festival episode in like a rom-com, and like she pulls up to the scene and like it looks fire, the art's fire. That's exactly what I envision with her, right? Dude, the design is really nice. I love how she looks in the lobby screen. The burst animation is very, very nice. And because like with all the firework effect, that one's so nice. Oh, I do think I would put her as my favorite gacha skin. I think she's number one. I don't think these three will be able to beat her. But yeah, dude, the implications of I'm just imagining, right? I'm just imagining like a rom-com, and like you get to the firework festival part and she's busting out the big guns with the kimono and stuff, and it's just, oh my god, it's so good. You know, now that I think about it, the Marciana skin reminds me a lot of like the whatchamacallit, the coworker, older office lady rom-com vibes. Maybe that's why I'm a little biased. I wonder if they would release a racer rom-com, if Drake would go up a tier. Anyways, but yeah, I think Naga is just so good. I'm not sure if anyone will beat her. Maybe Siren has a chance, but We'll see. Now, Helms, I really like Helms. I'm not the biggest Helm fan per se, but her gacha skin is very nice looking. I will say they had to like change it. I guess people were complaining about how it wasn't see-through enough, which I mean makes sense. If it's like a very light shirt and she was in the bathtub and whatever, it would make sense if it was see-through, correct? So I can understand, and I'm not gonna lie. Post update of that, I get it. All right, I get it. So I do like how she looks. I like the what's it called? The battle poses. I like the battle poses. I do enjoy the burst. I think it is nice. She looks really nice in the lobby. And for that, I do think she would probably go to A tier. I think I would put her under Rupee, but I do think she's a solid A tier. Yeah. Oh my goodness. All right, Sirens is next. Now, I do really like this. Before we start this, I'm putting her in S tier, actually. Yeah, I like this. I think I would put Cindy above her a little bit just because of like the lore implications of like the blue eye stuff that I was talking about. I think that might be a little better. I like Cindy's a little better, but Sirens, right? What I think my most favorite about her is like in her lobby background, or like in a lot of the sprites of that, you have like the really big and colorful bubble in the background. I think that looks very nice. I hope they do that more. They also did that with Mihara's. Like they put that like, I don't even remember what it was, but like the wood structure with the candles and stuff. I really like that. I hope they can keep doing that moving forward. I guess they did that with Drake's, right? They put the car in the background, which is why I think that one's so cool. But yeah, I really like her dress. It looks really nice. The burst animation is very fire. And if you care, the lobby background is pretty nice too. I just realized I guess I did say the lobby background did play a factor, but I haven't really been talking about that. Granted, I don't really see a lot of their lobby backgrounds. But yeah, I do really like Sirens, and I do think she's easy S tier. I probably wouldn't put her above Cindy's, but yeah, I think she would definitely go S tier. And you'll get hella mileage out of Siren because she's hella broken. Cooldown burst 1 moment, hella broken. Alright, and finally, last one is Mihara's. Now, I know there was a lot of drama with Mihara's kit, mostly, and her like gacha skin lobby background. Now, I don't really care too much about the lobby background, but I did see it, okay, and I do understand that shit is ass. That shit is pretty ass. But like I really like her model, right? I like her battle poses and stuff, but I'm not gonna lie, I feel like her burst is a little lackluster anyways. It's like Modernia's. I do think there's something missing there, but I'm just not sure what it is. It's just like something's missing, and I do think they fumbled really hard on the lobby background. I know a lot of people were mad at that. Me personally, I wasn't the worst. I was more mad about her kit was pretty like mid. Unfortunately, even though she was like a new unit and a headliner unit for like the 2.5 anniversary. But I do really like her clothes. Granted, Mihara as a character hasn't really sit like that good with me. Is it like Viper, right? I was saying that she wasn't on the highest tier for me, but I don't know. I feel like after she lost her memories, I think I mellowed out to her. I think what happened is I mellowed out to her, but I transferred all that negative energy to Uni, actually. Fuck, I actually was gonna put her here maybe, but now that I think about it, I don't think I can put her there. But I do like the way she looks, but her burst is just so... I feel like her burst is on the same level as Modernia's, actually. But like, it is newer. Modernia's looks a little bit more like... What's her face? Like the first one, like her regular outfit and her regular burst. Alright, but I do think this might be enough. Here, right now, I'm going to stare at this for like 5 minutes. And in case I change my mind, I'll move it around and then I'll show you guys the aftermaths. But this might be A here. Let me just stare at this. Alright, I've been staring at this for like 5 minutes, and I think I was being a little harsh to Dorothy. I think I was being a little harsh because the animations I didn't really like. I feel like there's some missing, but now that I'm looking at it, I feel like this is probably a better spot for her. Just a little, I would say, below average as a gacha skin, I would say. Fortunately, that means Modernia got put down. I don't know. I just feel like there's something missing. It's just like bugging me. I don't know if I can explain it correctly, but like I just feel like there's some bug in me at the end. But no, I think I like this. Naga's is probably definitely my favorite. Amelia, unfortunately, my girl's the worst. I just don't know. They definitely could have done something better, man. I'm just so upset because, dude, unlike a lot of other like I feel like manga series or animated series, ReZero has a lot of different like clothes that the characters switch out through, right? I understand why a lot of series don't because it's more work for the to draw and like to animate and whatnot, but like they in ReZero they have a lot of variety of costumes, so like they probably could have just picked one of those. Oh, I'm butthurt about that, unfortunately. But yeah, I think this is a pretty nice final tier list. Yeah, I think I'm happy with this. In case you guys want to, build your own, I'll link this in the description. And if you want to just make one and then post it to me and then call me stupid, I'll also link my Twitter so you can do that on there. I'll probably post this like before the thing goes live, but yeah, I think I do like this. So yeah, if you want to do your own, peep the link to the description, then subtweet me how I'm an idiot and whatnot. So have fun with that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this tier list. If you think some people were too low, some people were too high, but just remember that I'm definitely right and you're definitely wrong. So with that, I think I'm finished. So I will catch you guys later.